The eighth commandment. Shalom, everybody. This is Dave from Universal Truth of Mankind. Please visit our website at www.utom.org, utom.org. Okay, so let's just recap just for a moment here. We have to understand that the commandments are not meant to be superficially understood. They are a revelation or revealing of the Creator at its absolute point. Now, like I said, each commandment reveals a very specific attribute of itself, an absolute attribute that is overwhelming in creation. Now, we are created in this image, the image that is given to us by these commandments. What that means is that we can derive a better understanding of those commandments if we study them. So we're not meant to look at the commandments as superficial things, like the 10 steps to perfection. It's not meant to be viewed that way. It's not meant to be viewed at a means to say, hey, see, you're a sinner, you need to believe in such and such to be saved, or you need to do this to be saved, or that to be saved. What it's there for is to help you to connect to Creator. Because in effort to please the Creator, by obeying a commandment to do or not to do something, is going to get you nowhere. But rather, if you use the commandment as a means to learn, to connect, to understand the Creator to the greatest of your ability, and you become more like the Creator, and you have a love for the Creator as a result, that's what does the saving. So believing in something is not the way it's done. It's a relationship to something. And these relationships are with the Creator, the Creator's attributes, the Creator's essence is what we're really after. And so now this commandment is dealing about thou shalt not steal. Now, the name associated with this, which is Yud-He Vav-He, or Yud-He Vav-He, YHVH of hosts, known as Lord of Hosts, all capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D of hosts. Zevaot is actually the Hebrew word which means hosts. So what we're seeing is a multiplicity starting to take place. Now, in the previous seventh commandment, we see a union taking place, which procreates, which produces children. And these children create a community. They create a multiplicity of many. And that's why it's Lord of Hosts. Now, the commandment goes with this is, thou shalt not steal. Now, why would it be thou shalt not steal? You have so many people, you're going to steal from each other? Well, that's not a bad way of thinking about it, but there's another tantalizing aspect to this commandment. And that is, remember, what is the attribute we're dealing with here? Well, the attribute is called nitzach, which means victory. It's an overwhelming, all-powerful, total, complete victory. Okay? It's not a partial victory. It's not a tactical or strategic victory. It is a totally complete victory. If you take a look at the Ancient of Days, when armies would war, nations would war each other, city-states would war each other, the winner got all the spoils. The winner sometimes just went in and ransacked, raped, pillaged, and darn near, if not totally, completely destroyed the people of the city. Men, women, children, didn't matter. They destroyed the animals, they destroyed everything. They took it, whatever was of value, and they got rid of the rest. So that's the type of victory I'm talking about. But interestingly, it says, thou shalt not steal. Why? Well, what this is telling us is that though you may have complete control over something, you still need to be fair and righteous with that community. Sort of like Shakespeare, where, I forget which play it was. Oh, shoots. The older I get, I start forgetting these things, because I don't read Shakespeare. I haven't since high school, college. My grandfather was very big into Shakespeare. I even have a leather-bound Shakespeare. It's almost like a Bible. It's leather-bound, soft cover. You know, it's really a cool works of Shakespeare. So I was raised with Shakespeare. It's the one where it talks about the pound of flesh. You can't draw blood. You can have your pound of flesh, but you can't draw blood, is the essence of it. In other words, it is your right, but you can't murder the person. So you have to say no to drawing blood. So it's a pound of fat without the blood, which is really an impossibility. That type of a victory we're talking about, and do not steal, I'm sorry, that's what I mean by do not steal. You can take it just so far, and then you have to still be righteous and say, no, I can't go that far. Just let them have it. So we're talking about a total and complete victory, but love is applied. Mercy is applied. Because remember, you got to think in terms of war. Why did a war occur? Well, maybe your enemy came in and killed some of your citizens, and took your children. You want blood. As a parent, you want blood. However, you beat your enemy who did this to you. But you have to be fair to the people that you conquer. Those three are guilty, the rest are not. So we will not take out our revenge on the innocent populace. So that's the idea. So we're dealing with many here. We're dealing with a community. And we'll see that this continues with the next commandment. But in this case, we're dealing strictly with the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal. So when we understand the commandments in a multidimensional manner, and we go beyond a simple thinking, or what's also called low-resolution thought, we find that we learn a lot about the Creator. The Creator does want to defeat our enemies, but the Creator is going to be fair, which means we have to do the same thing. We want to defeat our enemies, but we have to be fair. We have to still do what's right. We can't, that's not an excuse to do wrong. Well, everybody, you take care. Have a great week. And looking forward to doing commandment number 9 next time around. Shalom, shalom, everybody. And be safe.